Across the Pacific Northwest, a beautiful killer is spreading. It creeps along roadsides, it lurks in pastures, and it poisons the very land that livestock depends on. This is Tansy Ragwort. It's not just a weed, it is a serious threat to ranchers, farmers, and landowners here in the Pacific Northwest. Here in Washington State, Tansy Ragwort is classified as a Class B noxious weed. That means control is required in many counties. Landowners are legally responsible for removing it from their land. Failure to do that, you could receive enforcement notices, and in rare and extreme cases, you can even be fined. So Tansy Ragwort is not native here in the Pacific Northwest. As I got doing a little bit of research, I had learned that it actually originated from Europe and Western Asia. And over there, it has natural enemies like the cinnabar moth that keep it in check. But by the early 1800s, settlers had unknowingly introduced it into America, likely through ship ballast, contaminated hay, or livestock feed. And then it was documented by 1922 on the waterfronts of Portland. And then in the early 1930s, they started seeing it here in the Pacific Northwest. By 1950, it really started causing problems for ranchers and farmers west of the Cascades. The USDA started implementing control measures in the 1960s. Tansy Ragwort is a member of the daisy family. It stands 2 to 4 feet tall with bright yellow flowers and deeply lobed dark green leaves. It kind of reminds me of kale. It blooms from midsummer to early fall, often forming dense clusters that seem almost cheerful at first glance. But looks can be deceiving because every part of this plant, from the leaf to the flower to the root, is toxic. So you're probably asking right about now, how can I control Tansy Ragwort on my property? So my first suggestion would be manually hand pulling it, getting the roots and everything out of the ground. Now, as you're doing this, you're going to get a very distinctive smell from it. So I recommend using gloves or some kind of protection as you're doing that. Another way to do it is a herbicide treatment early in the year. Now they have the cinnabar moth. I don't know much about that. You might want to do a little homework on that yourself. Now, Tansy Ragwort is very stubborn, but with the knowledge, time, and some good help, you can beat it. So until next time, you guys have a good day. Any questions, comments, please leave them below. We'd love to hear from you.